Born Under a Bad Sign is a real blues staple that you'll hear at blues jam nights or blues gigs. So if you want to get up at one of these jam nights, then you have to know this tune. In this lesson, I'm going to show you how to play the bass line from Born Under a Bad Sign from the In Session gig. That was recorded in 1983 and it features Stevie Ray Vaughan and Albert King. Born Under a Bad Sign was originally recorded by Albert King for the record label Stax, and it features Duck Dunn on bass. The bass line on this live version was played by Gus Thornton. Now it's more adventurous than the original Duck Dunn version, so it's a great one to learn because you can pick up some of the ideas that Gus Thornton plays and use it for your own version of Born Under a Bad Sign. This live version of Born Under a Bad Sign is more than 8 minutes long. So what I've done for this video lesson is I've picked the essential parts of the bass line along with the main riff, and I'll teach you how to play those. But you can get the whole entire bass line transcription note for note on a free PDF in standard notation and tab by clicking the link below this video. So that PDF's great if you want to work on this bass line or use it to play alongside this video. I've also put a link in the description to the entire gig, this In Sessions gig. It's way worth watching. There's some classic tunes on there. This is the first tune they call it Stormy Monday, and loads of other great blues tunes. Born Under a Bad King is in the key of C sharp minor. So the relative major is E major, so it's got 4 sharps. Now, Stevie Ray and Albert King always detuned their guitars, so they probably played it in the key of D. But to save you detuning, I'm going to teach you it in C sharp minor. The main chord sequence is 12 bars long, but it doesn't go to chord 4 in bars 5 and 6 like the usual 12 bar. So we have 8 bars of C sharp 7, a bar of G sharp 7, a bar of F sharp 7, and then 2 bars of G sharp 7. So it very much features the main kind of Born Under a Bad Sign riff. We're going to start with the intro. Now this is only 8 bars long, it's a bit shorter than the usual chorus, and I'll play that for you now. 1, 2. Okay, so that's the main intro. I'm going to break that down for you now. The main difference in the bass line between this live version and the studio version is that the riff goes up higher in the live version. So both start this way, but the live version goes, and the studio version goes. Okay, so the studio version is just an octave lower, 8 notes lower. Okay, so we start after 1, 2, okay, and you'll hear Albert King on the live version, he says 2 in or something like that. It just means we're going to come in after 2 counts. Okay, so we'll count like this: 1, 2, and. Okay, 1, 2, and. So we've got F sharp, G sharp, B, C sharp, E. Okay, so fret numbers 2 and 4 on the E string, 2 and 4 on the A string, and then 2 on the D string. Okay, so we've got F sharp, G sharp, B, C sharp, E, and then back to C sharp. So 1, 2. Again, 1, 2. Try that with me. 1, 2. Okay, now I use 1 and 4. You could use 2 and 4 if you wanted. But that's a bit of a stretch for me down there below the 5th fret, so I tend to bunch my fingers up there. Okay, so we land back on the G sharp, and then, okay, and then they're on F sharp here, so this is 4, 6, 4, 2, okay, 4 and 6 on the D string, 4 on the G string, and then 2 on the D string, back to C sharp. Okay. But if you look on the PDF, you'll notice a dot above the B here. So you just play that short. Okay, instead of, okay, and it helps you to jump back down to this E here if you play it short. Okay, so I'll play the whole riff for you. So 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay, so try that with me slowly. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay, so after playing the first bit, shift here to your first finger again, and then shift down to the first finger again, and then you're in the right position to carry on. Okay, shift, shift. Okay, so we've got 2 shifts there. Okay, if we move on the intro, the 4th bar, we're playing these kind of offbeat patterns. So we end up on the C sharp, and then we're playing F, F sharp, G to G sharp on the 5th bar. So I'll play the bit before there. 1, 2, and. So we actually come in on 2 and again. 1, 2, bam, 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 bam. Okay, so just 3, 4, 5, 6 on the D string. 1, 2, and. Okay, they're sort of offbeat patterns, so it's like 1, 2, ba, 3, ba, 4, ba. 1, 2, ba, 3, ba, 4, ba. Okay. Okay, so try that with me. Just that bar. So that's the 4th bar of the intro. 3, 4, 1, 2. And again, 3, 4, 1, 2. Okay, and then we're now on bar 5, and this is G sharp. Okay, this is different than the original riff as well. So we've got G sharp, D sharp, G sharp, C sharp, G sharp, G, F sharp. Okay, that's kind of mostly on the 6th fret, swapping strings. It's a bit fiddly there, but we're using D string 6, A string 6, G string 6. And then back to the D string 6, 5, 4. Okay. Again. Try that with me. So I'll start with my 3rd finger, jump down 3rd finger, back to 3rd finger. Okay, 3, 4. Once more, 3, 4. Okay, then we hold F sharp here for 2 beats. 1, 2. Okay, and then 4, 6, 2, 4, and then back to C sharp. So 4, 6, shift, 2, 4, 1, and you're back with your 4th finger on C sharp, and then it carries on. Okay, so I'll play the intro again. 1, 2. Okay, and then we're into the 1st verse. Okay, now the 1st verse is a full 12-bar chorus. If you look at that, you can see that the last 8 bars are the same as the intro. Okay, so we're just tagging on 4 bars of C sharp 7, just 4 riffs onto the start, really, of the intro. So if I start that verse, which is bar 10, and the riff is simplified there. So play that round with me, just loop that riff. 3, 4. Okay, so you'll use that riff a lot in this tune. And at the end, on the last bar, we go into that normal sort of riff. So we carry on. So you probably recognise the intro there. So what I suggest you do now is just get that, work on that intro, and then get this riff. Okay, get that riff there, and then just put it together and play the 16-bar chorus, which is verse 1. Now, verse 2 is exactly the same as verse 1 for the bass line. If you're enjoying this lesson, don't forget to subscribe to my Greg's Bass Shed channel here on YouTube. You can do that by clicking the red subscribe button. And if you click the bell, then you'll get notified of all my new lessons as soon as they come out. If you're serious about your blues bass playing and you really want to work on it, then check out my video course, which is called Walk the Blues. Now, this has been designed specifically for bass players to work on their blues playing, and it features tunes like Born Under a Bad Sign. I'll look at a few different versions there. I'll look at the original version and a version by Robin Ford. There are also loads of other tunes in there, like they call it Stormy Monday, which is also from this In Sessions gig. I look at that. A few other tunes, including The Thrill Is Gone, Still Got the Blues, The House Is Rockin'. And it features the real iconic blues bass players like Gus Thornton, Duck Dunn, Roscoe Beck. We've got Richard Cousins in there. Of course, Tommy Shannon. So I look at these iconic blues bass players and I look at the concepts that they use and show you how to play them. So it will give you the confidence to get up at a blues jam night and really feel that you can express yourself and know exactly what to play to sound great. Along with the course, you'll get some fantastic backing tracks that I recorded with pro players that I play with all the time. So this makes the course a lot more fun, and you'll get as close as possible really to a live gig playing with these backing tracks. Details of this Walk the Blues video course are underneath this video in the description, so go and take a look at that. That will take you to a page that gives you more information about the course, and if you've got any questions, then you can always email me through the contacts page of my website gbshed.com. We're now going to look at what Gus Thornton plays underneath the guitar solos. For the most part, Gus is just jamming around this riff from the verse. And then he'll put variations in at the end of each 4 bars, like this one. Okay, so that one is F sharp, G sharp, B, C sharp, back to B. So listen to the start of Stevie Ray Vaughan's guitar solo, the first guitar solo. Okay, so that's where he puts that riff in. Now there are some other variations and I'll just show you a few of them now. But what I suggest you do is don't try and learn the whole bass line note for note. There's so much of it. Really, Gus Thornton is just jamming around different ideas. So that's really what you should do at a gig yourself as well. But take some of the ideas. So I'll show you a couple of the variations here. And then when you're playing it, just try to incorporate those, play, put them in where you feel like putting them in, and see if you can come out with any other combinations of the riffs and come up with something slightly different. Sometimes Gus Thornton plays this. Okay, so he's just putting. So at the end of those first 4 bars he played, and he sometimes plays. But it sounds really effective when he puts that in because he doesn't put it in a lot. Okay, it's quite fast, just 2 C sharp. Okay, but it's great fast. Okay, so make sure you're using alternate plucking for that. Look now to bar 194 and 195. So there are a lot of bars here. It goes on for ages. The tune is brilliant though. So this is bar 194. Okay, so F sharp, G sharp, B, down to low B, okay? Okay, when you're playing that, start with your little finger on C sharp. Shift here, first finger to F sharp. Shift back down to B, okay? Now at bar 87, I'm skipping back and forth here. At the end of Stevie's first solo, there's a really good last line here. Okay, so there's a lot of sliding there. So on the F sharp, he plays F, he goes between F and F sharp. Okay, so he's kind of using 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, up to the G sharp. So 1, 2, and. So lots of these things come on 2 and. 1, 2, and. And then G sharp, the same as before. And he does a kind of like slide there. I don't really know what note it's on, but okay, play F sharp and then okay, somewhere on the E string, and it kind of slides off that E as well. I'll play that again. Okay, and you can hear Gus Thornton doing little slides and a bit of vibrato in places as well. I think there's something on the first bar in the intro, so that's some nice little touches that he's doing. The last 4 bars are really great. We start with the riff, and then this riff that I showed you, and then the main riff again, and then we've got a really nice run. Okay, that's C sharp, open E, F sharp, G natural, G sharp, G sharp, B, G sharp, C sharp. I'll play it slowly. Again. And then on the cue from Albert King, just the last note. Okay, well, hopefully you've got enough now to go away and to work on the bass line. You've got the free PDF, remember, and I've shown you the main bits. So it's a really great bass line, and especially just kind of getting this riff that goes higher. So when you play it at jam night or something, it will sound really nice. That will just slot in with any version anyone's playing. So don't forget to download the PDF, and remember I've put a link to the live video to the live gig as well, Stevie Ray Vaughan, the Albert King gig, so it's really good to kind of check that out and work with the PDF. If you felt that you got value out of this lesson, then you can always buy me a $5 coffee. The link here is on the screen, or there's a clickable link down below in the description. So that just helps me keep these PDFs and all these videos free for everyone. Let me know how you got on with this lesson. If you've got any other favourites from that particular gig, if you've seen that, just let me know. Or if you've got any other suggestions. So this was a suggestion from one of the subscribers, from one of you. So any other ideas, just let me know. Sometimes I have a long list of lessons, so you'll have to wait for a bit, but I managed to just squeeze this one in. So don't forget to check out my Walk the Blues course as well. The link is below this video lesson. If you go onto my website, I've got lots of different bass resources on there. I've got video courses, bass books, some merch. So we've got the Walk the Blues t-shirt here, loads of other t-shirts, free lessons. I've got some transcription pages. So check that out. That's gbshed.com. This is Greg from Greg's Bass Shed. Hopefully I'll see you very soon in the next lesson.